single decade na just say ye hwe ni mu say ewa bedru be 9% anase ne ketwa kra esene sa yentie omampani John Dramani Mahama
focusing on women agriculturists who are into farming and fishing by giving them credits to be able to produce more and giving them the credits at the right interest rate. Currently, capital and credit that is available to our farmers is at such an interest rate that if they take a loan, they virtually will be working for the bank, not for themselves. And so one of our prime objectives is how to get credit to our farmers at the best possible rate. I saw one of the members of the Ghana National Association of Farmers and Fishermen holding a placard that said single-digit interest rate. I agree with you. Credit for agriculture must be at single-digit interest rate. And so this government is going to work to bring that interest rate below 10% so that farmers can have access to cheaper credit to be able to produce more for us to feed ourselves.
Omampani wa mano anso hono mo a ena wosan eto aso ekire se no kwasema wasi etimi eye hu bibi na se oman Ghana pa na afibia ye betabri sika anye bia ketua kura no 3 billion se ye de koto enuane ede abre ye manfo am won wababedi de enye nti wasi etimi ema ye mu so tractor awodo ena afenso akade a ye de edofu no ye behwe se akuafo won ensa betimi akabi.
Despite complex challenges, climate and weather variability, production and biological risks, market fluctuation, inadequate financing, institutional limitations, and the devastating effect of environmental degradation, particularly from illegal mining practices, global shocks have also imposed additional pressure on our agriculture. Yet amid these challenges, our farmers have continued to feed our nation and keep our economy afloat. And so for this, we owe you our profound gratitude. All the investments that we made over the years, Ghana still spends close to $3 billion annually to import basic food commodities such as rice, poultry, vegetable oils, sugar, and other processed foods. This situation is neither sustainable nor acceptable. It signals the urgency of building a bold and resilient agricultural framework, an agenda that my government is determined to vigorously pursue.
Omampani John Dramani Mahama nene enono na afi Farmers Day ne koso ewo ho anasa from mantama nkro ho emuno nipa wonya national best farmer na chese ono a woye kuafo won mo hene champion ata ene ye de tonse ne ne obi en ho ben no Abraham owura Abraham kwaku adusei wonya emfie aduowatwe mienu 82 wono ana wonya eye akuafo ehene papa yi ene wonya akuafo hene ye man tractor munu dwan 1.2 million Ghana cedis ano so ye dipine so momaitie ebra ye boni din se wono ena edi nkunima na so wono ena ye akuafo nyina hene ewo afi 2025 emu.
The overall National Best Farmer 2025 is an 82-year-old man from Kweu Afram Plains South District. He's been farming for 44 years. He has 1,000 acres of cocoa, 293 acres of mango, 30 acres of cashew, and so many more. He's from the eastern region, and he will be getting today 1.2 million Ghana cedis. And he's also from Kweu Afram Plains, and he, the winner for the overall National Best Farmer, is Openyi Abraham Kweku Edusei, National Best Farmer. He's 82 years old, and he will be supported by the Managing Director of ADB and the Managing Director of Sino Machinery. And he's also getting one brand new tractor, he's getting power tillers, he's getting motorized spray, and so many more.
Hanyana and some no and also ayro ho na so do fu na wo do ayro ho na do papa yi 82 years ye ka kokoa acres a cheze untimi nkan mango fu acres kube acres ene ye de ekeka nyina enya sam ketwa opani pa 82 years make 82 years we ka say no ye dendo pa chowa wo be kono nyo na edo ebi wo ho en wo bo pa na ne mfidie nso gu so ne edwiri society nso wo wobetimi ede esiwani so obeyi kuani na nso wachina bi obedi eso abana so obenya eso mfa so pi esanse o mampani wose emabu mumfa mu hye kuayim esanse beboa na yekopie mu ewo oboase municipal hono so a oboase municipal chief executive wono nso wakasa ewo ene farmers day no ase mame Fosti Love appear kenin wono akasa en watch say how kese anasa kodie kese pe sorry editor akuafo enei eye galamse enafenso ewiemu nsachiraye wo hwe galamse asedia ACA2 manfo so sa wo kire se nei ensuo krampo sabio wudi kokogu mfudie so ana mfudie na esei ewu ni nyina ne se galamse nuro awurawura ma ama ensuo ni mfudie na edi egugu so no krampo no enya de no so etimi eyeye wo se we ababe wo how kese pa ewo so manfo ni nyina timi de won ho hyem na yetimi ekon editia said beye akuafo nso ho ebeto wonom na yeso benya aduane adie.
We all know that the future of agriculture is under threat from two major global forces, climate change and market volatility. The erratic rainfall patterns, long dry spells, and the spread of wind pests are all signs that our approach to our farming must change. Another threat of farming is our municipality illegal mining, which is destroying our area lands and water bodies. It has made it difficult to get quality water from our water bodies. It had made it difficult to even get quality water from our water bodies for farming vegetables and other crops. I would therefore want to make a passionate appeal to all of us to desist from engaging in or encouraging the practice of illegal mining. The government is doing its best to help salvage the situation. The safeguards the future will need to embrace practical solutions such as small-scale mining irrigation systems and rich water and water harvesting technologies. This will allow farmers to continue producing dry periods and off-seasons, reducing our dependence on unpredictable rains.
Me Fosti Love appear kenin eto asosre kuafo se nei mudua enuaba anase mo yefu a munua enuaba eye high quality na ye hia pa ebiti sabe oso dua ba ebeboa udua banchia eno so beboa na won mo wo ye assembly na won ma sede se won sonso ene enwuma na afen so ankrankra wonum ekita won sika ebetimi akontiase apamu sede ebeya obetimi abiebie factories a ebetimi adane dan won mu fudie no nuaba no ani na edi value foforo nso so aka ho sede beya wonum emmoka na de bia de wonum ebeguo no wonum twape no de ko edwaso ne yesisi wo mo saa.
All of us to focus on areas where we can have a distant advantage, like encouraging the cultivation of high-value crops such as oil palm, cassava, vegetables, and citrus fruits, which have strong domestic and regional demand. It was important to acknowledge that the post-harvest loss remains a serious challenge. As a municipality, we need to work closely with private investors and local businesses to set up more small-scale processing units for products like dairy, industrial starch, flour, and palm oil. This will help us add value to what we grow and secure returns for our farmers. Nana Chairman, distinguished guests, one of the key priorities as Chief Executive is to work with Nanano to improve access to the land for committed young farmers. Secure land tenure is essential for anyone planning to invest in agriculture for a long term.
Ania woti ye ode Christy Love appear kenin wono ena ye oboase MCE nene ena woti ye no to be afede the 16 wadena no atu mechire asogli hene eno no agbagbo mafia of the Asogli state was say Ghana say yanibeku yankasa yenuane a yedua ho na yedi yenuane a ekuafo wonom edeba ebehye kuafo ni enkran ama wonom ayire wo ho adofo ni pii na yenua banso so akosoro say yeja ma no ne aduane a yedie hana say niama ye kra aduane ye kra de ba na se ma ye kondo yankasa de no na kire say yedo yekuafo no a enu nti yebetimi ahye wonom enkran no enko ene kwan befa so ebehye kuafo nkran say wonom enyere wo ho no nye kua
When we eat what we produce in Ghana, we'll encourage our farmers to produce more, and therefore we'll see growth in our economy, and therefore we'll see greater security for Ghana going into the future. So let's remind ourselves we have to eat Ghana so we can grow Ghana and so we can secure the future of Ghana. Indeed, farmers have played important roles in our country. They feed us, their output contributes to economic growth, and of course, their exports, particularly from cocoa and other cash crops, give us the foreign exchange that we need to power our economy.
Wey tobi afede nene enono afe yemfiri kwa ye ensem no emu Yekopiemu ewo enkran pumpuni mantem so afo no nyafo lenda okulu amra wapao eye dwumadia no eye operation free traffic eho entuma na onenkasa yemu no wode etudwa wo kire se woni abambofo na afe so assembly no kabomu entibro nyan no apolisifoɔ begina miaye baabi edwa hodo eso mo ahodo wonkran na afe so edwa hodo wode kokoboko de mankran se wunnim ho a wode mema me park o kai fensi baabi enya ensan se park o kai de si baabi ani so de si a ene emra ne diwa eno ano no ye beto o kan de akọ ye be fa won so be samba betua 2000 Ghana cedis ansa na won sa aka wo hyen enti ye nhwe se ye betimi adi ehuni pa timamofo nso ndi ohuni mo amonam pavement so na mekwan ho mo nhwe se mo ma eniama enye basabasa sanse wo hwa hoho anim o se hoho bebre ena ebeba eye enkran.
Measures include intensified patrols, strict enforcement of traffic regulations, and the deployment of additional MTTD personnel to manage known congestion hotspots such as major intersections, marketplaces, malls, restaurants, popular clubs, and pubs. Additionally, all abandoned vehicles along all principal streets should be towed to the nearest police command to pave way for unobstructed vehicular and pedestrian movements, and owners fine an amount of 2,000 Ghana cedis. I wish to strongly appeal to the commercial drivers, traders, restaurants, pub and club owners, as well as event organizers to support this effort by avoiding any activities that distracts the smooth movement of traffic. Any MMDC who fails to comply with this directive within this festive period and beyond will face sanctions accordingly.
We ononyan for Linda Okulu no ena eye Greater Accra Regional Minister. Ononyan for Dr. Yaw Osei Educhum Kane no your swafo hwe eye homasua ensem so. Wono aso na emra hye bigane dwuma for wono ewo bosomtwe wasantema ntemu heya. Wakasa chese wasi bi mu chese Ghana Education Service is in crisis. Ghana Education Service niama etete niama insisi so no say nye Ghana Education Service ena niama insisi so na say ohaw ewom nemum aban ento aso eno ena ababe ohaw say aban aba bibi ho onto aso ena ababe ohaw. Wo say wo na by Ebresono, what the reforms be a by na and a performance contract. So performance contract, na a makwine Emma a year Director General of Education or sign contract with the regional directors, regional so any district sign contract. None no contract of performance and no HSA a year sign contract say, my bomb a home or the number could do says should be a home. Na and not what was so ain't was in so Eshimubi, and to be a year and who say, any was since a bit my boy home the Intianso, ye baby a third diamu, a call could do a teacher for a so. Was say NDC by ye, say DNTO, said DNTO Mukwanim, one must say, a year performance contract, and yada one number to us to be. Nani pano contract, and a chess, Mabuano, Bassa May Jumawi. Now, someone answer contract be a send here, will be anyone wants to swallow you be a car, intended a baby.
Have a crisis of continuity. Let me get your audience to understand. Under my leadership as the minister, there was something called performance contract. The Director General will sign a performance contract with me that set goals for many other things, including WASI. And then he, after signing a contract with me and say we intend to increase scores in mathematics by this, English by this, and all this, and set the KPIs, then the Director General will intend set goals or sign performance contract with all regional directors directors. In that contract, regional directors are supposed to inspect, go to schools, how many times it's all spelled out to see how students were doing. Then the regional directors will in turn sign performance contract with the district directors of education, who in turn sign performance contract with specified performance goals with the headmasters. For some unexplained reason, the current GES regime cancelled the performance contract that is no longer necessary. So if you don't have performance contract, if the regional directors don't have a goal set between them and the Director General of Ghana Education Service, how do you ensure that test scores are maintained? So the first thing they should look at is the crisis of continuity. What are some of the things that we used to do that they decided to stop?
Was this a name was seen so here one more Filitroka, one more Dintra was so official, they are not buying that dane ya, one more Jaya, one more Enye, and no, and also one more Eshe. IGP Mitchell Inspector General of Police COP Christian Tete Yobono Ebra na omampani Dani Cobra Armor Vehicles Edianai Ediamo one watch say yani so pa yani so ye esansa ban ubaye waka ese wani eku abambofo ho enti obaboaye na e wase ye bo one so oboye ho ban ye bo one so ho ban enti wode etudwa na watch say aposifo bebre sojafo bebre abambofo bebre one madwuma yemuno wonum ehia wo hawo ahodo a ebi mumpo efamu ehwede wonum enkwa na ewose etimi ebo wonum a ebo ye ho ban no ensonso eho ban we eye IGP COP Christian Tete Yowono.
To say we are overjoyed and eager to receive these vehicles will be an understatement. Over the years, the police service has seen a steady rise in the levels of risks our officers are confronted with daily in the course of performing their duties. This calls for critical logistics that will enable us rise above these threats and take on criminal elements head-on, while ensuring the safety of our officers. Your Excellency, as part of your agenda to reset the nation, one of your priority areas has been retooling of the security services. You have always expressed concern about the safety of our officers. We need to ensure adequate protection for those who protect us. You will often remark, it therefore came as no surprise to me that one of the first things you did was to take steps to acquire these armored vehicles for the police service to enhance officer safety, improving our operational efficiency, and ensure a high level of security across the country.
Was say a posting for Honoma, one with you, my dear mono, one my bread, papa, hey, a be a moo and I'm bubuye, a be a bread, a boom procrator, one more and another one, see a do a son, one way you warrior, one nini pa bon for a coco shiamu, Emma a tutu a money musso. Nasa, a cadia, ya de ama one way there was shaken of football, showman panibo, one bay ye, Juma, was any pa bon for, motitumate me, baby, and person commit me a co, baby, and person commit me a cotite.
Some of our men have sustained life-threatening injuries, and in some instances, unfortunately, some have paid the ultimate price. It is against this backdrop that I am particularly delighted that today we are receiving these armored vehicles, which are going to ensure utmost protection for our officers. They gallantly execute our mandate of protecting life and property and ensuring the safety of all persons across the country. Your Excellency, these vehicles are going to completely change the face and dynamics of police operations. With these vehicles, we are going to launch very bold, robust, and targeted operations throughout the country. We will dismantle any existing criminal networks, most of whom have gone into hiding due to our intensified activities against them. Let me use this opportunity to send a strong word of caution to persons who have decided to disturb the security of this country. We are coming for you. You can run all you want and hide wherever you wish, but we will surely get you.
COP Christian Tete Yohunu Wano Ena Inspector General of Police a police sahene enono. Mayenko vie kasiene ewo asutifi nof. This year wano ewo hoyo no nyamfo Hafiz Dauda the bail. wode ato omanfo anim se woma hunini ma papa emra wonoma kwamo esan se gatesa echoki na afensu emura football ahodo ni nyina eyomanfo wonum esuban hunini ma pa entimi emma omanfo no afa na wode nsami tudwa ebra amabu no hani wonum to santen kokoye nsiesie wonum ahinkura no Kenya se na ne DC wono sonso de ne ho agi mu bie na wo chese wosi etima Kenya se ho no eye asutifi nof capital no kropon no emu etie esanse gates osi atwoki emu ham chiche be se dusia wosi ni nyina plastics ni nyina fi ayeye omanfo no to bola edigu gates me no ne kan bi ama efi sei edokuru ye nti omanfo mo mamu so na yentimi ensori fentia efi na yenyensie mapa.
The cleaner person I say, you know, most of your gutters, you're cleaning, you know, plastic take about 60%. Now, idea in the environment. Now, the assembly non stakeholders, you know, say we provided dustbins, our vantage areas. Now, enforce this assembly bylaws. Just will be a baby, your business, who fear any more shop or any. Also making sure say dustbin anywhere one can say when you small dustbin esi ho now we will be all the tum kama na etimi aboabo no e dey call final site I say you call dampuni nyina the education nso aka ho the we are na enforce bylaws no you plastic no na gates nyina e twok and the etimi enforce bylaws no education e koso amanfo age tum say e fi na dey yade ba the environment dinia betimi reduce fi na experience in the district no now ya that education as I can one video. The enforce bylaws no I will be a anymore and no shop anymore business anymore. Nina I say yetimi enya dustbins na baby ebe class emura no na yetimi dia kofana disposal site. Em say she say e wo ho no betimi ahwe say ye be enforce
na eno eya blind crutch fani wa suti fin nof onunyanfo Hafiz Dauda nene enono Joshua Boateng dodo na bone mrane friend no Talibu wonu na youth organizer wa Kenya se number 2 wo body DC ya ba say this year oba ye adwuma bi amabun ba hyese ebe no no so de no ho agim oya de na afei so omanfo yesremu mommodi ase das bi mun kasa mbetimi enye bi wose mo amukita kita stores anasa mo wo stores akodo muntimi emmom so na mo amompe ba bi a ebetimi mbetimi akora wose das bi se abonti bi musoro no maso mu fie bola no de ababegu mo se da binya sa na ye no bola te se piota wanom abonti na wo de atum na bi muso bola ababegu na fe de sebe enye enti mo nso nso mo kita mo mu fie mo pe das bi ni bi
this is ni ko bi a ko bi asem no de mi kan oba me ka say ye YouTube ye no o de no be gina mo TV mo nyina mo hwe enen so say ye nyina ka bom ne say no sa de no be hye e wa bra wo te sa ne ma bia na che say e wo senka potemu bia na say ba bia DC bia wo regi bia no say ukro mu ye nsiesie wo so o do ho ye den e hye mu because ye be bo na ba so YouTube ye ba ye no so no companies be be my das say wo hwa wo say bia sisi kwa no say de ona bo ka say say no mo sa de sa ne ma ne bi be ka ho nti ahoni die de e ya de ye hwe ntontom ne ne ma e koso a e organ nyame no nkweni area no ya de high tie besre na ese no so that's mean the buy obi di nwura fini fie no de aba beto that's mean enye no ne ya kire say sache water ne bottle waters na ye no mo no eno na wo say wo di tum enye wo fie nwura na se bi o ba ja ne na de abegum nti mu ye media fo ya friend say mo be fire ya mo diku ye so be say mo ma abaya so nti na abrani abranya mo ma wo daru na media fo so mo mo so fama ye company fo ti ba bi ntumpan obo no na ho ye den ehia no na de ope bia kotoko fie ni na
enti abodaru no ntia na mosoma pemu de ne bi adeche ye wie kase na eno no na and see Adam no kase uso TV bia na che se 2026 FIFA World Cup draw and edaso Gianni Infantino wono ye FIFA president wadika kasa America mampani Ora Donald Trump one nso akasa masame de wunim say host nations anasa manya wonum e hosti 2026 World Cup na eyemiensa America, Mexico and afei so Canada enti sa man miensa no wonum mpanifo America ba mpani no akasa e wo honom and afei so Mexico mpanifo na musifo na wo nyina e wo honom ne miensa aman miensa no wo mo enyina yeyi wo mato wo mo ye port 1 emufo enti no wo mo di kan afro wo mo de FIFA president afane de na wei ene de di kan a World Cup yi aman makomako aduanan enwotwe na ekwa ko sisa akan Ghana Blasters ye sha say ye ko World Cup afia besim na enya mfia duonu de di kan call 2006 ewa Germany ene yakwa ya mesi ba ko pe ewom 2018 Russia ene ntimi ankobie we yakwa koda port 4 na 48 nations no your port 1 port 2 port 3 port 4 enti port bia kita 12 nations and I said 12 teams and 12 countries. Enti ADD so FIFA ranking no. Omo edi kan first 12 no. Omo go port 1. Omo etosu mienu a free 13. Edi kosi a year 24. Omo so da port 2. Enti free 23. And also so kosi a year. There's almost also that in Ghana, baby, a Daniel last one, and no man for say, hey, you don't go to Lassa, just a Ubeshia been for Nanso, Blaster, your coach, Papa, Utuado Chasa Yinsuru, baby, a bit could be a Yinsuru, not me say, and one baby, na Ghana, and America, Yansam Rameshia, some ready enter one more day draw, not a basic of Snaffy, ye quack selecting, I feel be, and try and say, no watching on Cromabono, no. Ghana Blaster group ye bedem 2026 FIFA World Cup. Adesha midwesi media ene ohene ba nyako. Kasie yi one my so ya see ohene spices and afin so ohene on dairy padded mug. Eda kwesi brafi ene tena technical room streaming na live ede emame. Me can come on medi ene ohene ba nyako midwesi. Yamu adoma ye besai ehia bium. Macrow.